Alright, what's up guys? Brian here, and this is my quick recap and thoughts on last night's Ring of Honor Final Battle 2017 event. Overall, my overall thoughts on last night's show, I thought it was pretty good. I know a lot of people will probably say that it was, it was average, or, they didn't like it, or there were, things about it they didn't like, but, that's their opinion. I thought it was a pretty good show. There were a couple of matches that, were okay, but my overall thoughts, it was, it was from Ring of Honor, who tried their best to put on great shows, and great pay-per-views. So let's just get right into the recap. I'm gonna go in order and just give the results, and then give and my thoughts on each match. We opened the show with Will Ospreay and Matt Taven facing each other in a one-on-one match. Matt Taven had the other two members of the Kingdom in his corner, and they got involved in a couple of points in this match. But in the end, Matt Taven picked up the win over Will Ospreay. I thought that this matchup was actually pretty good. Both guys delivered on in a very exciting opening match from beginning to end. We had War Machine defeating The Addiction last night. Ray Rowe and Hanson, they defeated Christopher Daniels and Kazarian in a very competitive tag team match that's been building for weeks and weeks heading into this event. So big win for War Machine last night. Wanting to throw, obviously wanting to, with that win, maybe they're going to be next in line for a tag title shot. We'll have to wait and see. We had Jay Lethal in a very hard-fought match against Marty Scurll. This one, Marty Scurll wanting to bring out the villainous part of Jay Lethal, and that is exactly what he got. Jay Lethal hit a low blow while the referee was trying to get Marty Scurll's umbrella out of the ring after Jay Lethal tried to use it, and Marty Scurll introduced it into the ring and would hit Jay Lethal would wind up then hitting Lethal Injection and picking up the win in that one. One of the funny moments on that matchup was Marty Scurll was bringing in a chair, and played the Eddie Guerrero. Played an Eddie Guerrero hitting the ring mat, hitting the chair on the mat, and then laying down, and then when Jay Lethal was going to use it, Jay Lethal, when the referee was turning around, put the chair around his own neck, put the chair around his own head and neck, and then laid down, and then Marty Scurll got up, and he was like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then the referee was like, what did you do? What'd you do? Hit him with a chair like that? And like saying that Marty Scurll did something to Jay Lethal and was getting ready to do something to Jay Lethal with a steel chair. And that was pretty funny, a pretty funny part of that matchup. But Jay Lethal scored the win over Marty Scurll, the villain. So obviously wanting to keep himself in the hunt for a championship opportunity. We had the Best Friends, Trent Beretta and Chucky T. They challenged the Motor City Machine Guns for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. This was actually a pretty good matchup except for the ending of this match, which I was really confused. I was like, wait a minute, what just happened? And basically it was, it was a pretty good match. They took out Sabin, Beretta and Chucky T took out Shelley, I should say, with a long dart cutter on the arena floor. Then they turned their attention to Chris Sabin. Chucky T hit a version of a pile driver on Sabin in the ring. then handed him off to Trent Beretta, but Sabin slipped out and delivered a jackknife pin to Trent Beretta, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? You know, they're not gonna have like a big, like a breakup of the pin or something like that. I'm like, wait, that's confusing, but it is what it is. Motor City Machine Guns still the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. And then after the match, you know, a lot of, you know, disappointment on the faces of Beretta and Chucky T. Obviously, this will not be the only opportunity they have. I could see them having another opportunity sometime down the line. But Motor City Machine Guns proving once again why they are deserving of being the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. Another championship that was on the line that I actually got wrong, along with a bunch of other matches that I got wrong in my predictions. It was for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. It was a 4 corners elimination match. It was Kenny King defending against Shane Taylor, Punishment Martinez, and Silas Young. This one, I got completely wrong. Shane Taylor was the first one eliminated, being hit with a royal flush by Kenny King. Then, in a surprise, Kenny King was the second man eliminated in this match by Silas Young, after being hit with a beer bottle by Silas Young. Compliments of Beer City Bruiser, who came out with not only a keg, but a 6-pack. And then it came down to Punishment Martinez and Silas Young. Beer City Bruiser, when Punishment Martinez went for a pin on Silas Young, looked like he was gonna put Silas's foot on the bottom rope, but wound up pulling him out of the ring. And then Punishment Martinez dove over the corner of the ring and took out Beer City Bruiser. And then apparently when he did that, he hurt his ribs, and that played a factor into the ending of this matchup. Not a big factor, but throughout the rest of this matchup. And Silas Young hit Misery on Punishment Martinez, and that kept him down for a 3 count. So we have a new Ring of Honor World Television Champion in Pro Wrestling's last real man, Silas Young. So big congratulations go out to Silas Young on becoming the new Ring of Honor World Television Champion and the 15th Ring of Honor World Television Champion. But, you know, and also a big, you know, hats off to Punishment Martinez for trying to fight through the pain with hurting his ribs, trying to take out Beer City Bruiser. I don't think that Punishment Martinez is going to let that go. I could see him going, you know, and hunting, still being in the hunt for that television title. So that was pretty much it for that match. The Briscoes, they took on Tommy Dreamer and Bully Ray in a New York City street fight. Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer paying homage to Sandman, to a very close friend of theirs. Sandman coming through the crowd, drinking cans of beer. And then this fight got off to a hardcore start. You know, a lot of weapons being involved, chairs, kendo sticks, tables, garbage cans, you name it. Ladder was even brought into play, and in honor of the new Star Wars movie, lightsabers were brought into play in this one as well. But in the end, it was the Briscoes hitting a 3D, or trying to hit a 3D on Bully Ray through a table that did not break, but then Mark Briscoe hit that Froggy Bow elbow drop on Bully Ray, and that is what finally put down Bully Ray, as Jay Briscoe was the one that scored the win for his team after that. And that was pretty much it for that matchup. So, obviously, this was a match that was kind of like hopefully the blow off of this feud. And they played up like that this is going to be Bully's last match. So, that was pretty much it for that one. Let's see. We had, speaking of championships as well, another title that was on the line was the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team titles. Bullet Club's Adam Page and the Young Bucks, they defeated Flip Gordon, Titan, and Dragon Lee. There was really nothing, about this match that was going to say that Dragon Lee, Flip Gordon, and Titan were going to win this one. You have Page and the Young Bucks, a very dominant team as the champions, and I didn't see that at all. I didn't see them losing the titles. The way they kept the titles was actually pretty impressive. They had the Meltzer driver as well as Rite of Passage. Dragon Lee was lifted up by Adam Page for the Rite of Passage, but then the Young Bucks handed Flip Gordon and put him into Adam Page, and that's what finished off that team as the Young Bucks and Adam Page with the Rite of Passage Meltzer driver scored the win and remained six-man tag team champions. After the match, and I talked about the Addiction, Daniels and Kazarian earlier. They have a new ally now in Scorpio Sky, who laid out Flip Gordon, obviously playing up Flip Gordon, not picking him to be one of his tag team partners for that six-man tag title match. This happened after the match, so obviously that was Daniels, Kazarian, and now Scorpio Sky forming some kind of alliance. Maybe they're going to go for those Ring of Honor six-man tag titles. They made an announcement that starting January 20th, Ring of Honor is going to crown a new Women of Honor champion, involving some of the women competitors from around the globe. And it is about time. I think that some of them, the Women of Honor, they do their best to perform in the ring, and it is a big opportunity for all of them, as well as it's a big opportunity for all of them to have something to fight for in Ring of Honor. So that's going to be huge. And then moving on to the main event, it was Dalton Castle defeating Cody to become the new Ring of Honor World Champion. Cody debuting a new look, having blonde hair now, paying homage to his father, Dusty Rhodes, the late great American Dream Dusty Rhodes, as well as his brother, Dustin. A pretty decent matchup, in my opinion. I was surprised that Dalton Castle won. I thought they would have kept the belt on Cody, but it is what it is. So we have a new Ring of Honor World Champion in Dalton Castle. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks and months in his title reign. My overall thoughts to end this video, my overall thoughts on last night's final battle. I thought it was a pretty good show. Some of the matches were great. Some of the matches were pretty decent, but overall a great show. If you watched last night's final battle, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. This has been my recap of what took place at last night's Final Battle 2017 from Ring of Honor. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.